Hello, welcome back to the office and welcome to episode 4 of my Manchester United beta series. I'm Bood FM and as always, thanks for joining me. Make sure you smash that like button if you're enjoying the series and like what I do. If you really like what I do and want to help the channel out in any way possible, you can always become a patron. Anyone who becomes a patron now will definitely be in the database for my custom club series. You won't be on the team, my team, but you will be in the database, so that's a nice little incentive maybe. But thank you to anyone who does that. Thank you for sitting here with me and watching. Big episode today. You know, a couple of the guys that are coming in, obviously I've made a couple more signings that have surprised me actually. One in particular, got rid of some more deadwood, got rid of a few younger players who just aren't going to make the cut, and a surprising live comp because I'm a bit stupid. So I was going to play the first game in the Premier League. But don't forget, Liverpool won the domestic double last year, and I can never remember which runner-up faces them at Wembley in the Community Shield. Well, it's us. We got a chance of silverware and a chance for getting one over on Liverpool. Fingers crossed. Let's get into it. So let's check the ins, and we've had quite a few ins. Now I had to sell as well to get some extra guys in, but we've balanced the books pretty well and I've done some good business. I've not had to stretch any finances out. Some of you actually said there's a bit of a cheat with Haaland at the minute where you can put in so much, offer so much and really stretch it out and sign him for about 70 million. We've just signed him for a cool 70 mil and I'm happy with that. He is a cracking little player. Now I mentioned I wanted this guy and we've got this guy. He's cost me just short of 50 because I like him. I think he's a great player, could become even better. He's the kind of player I want in that defensive midfield role. He's going to battle it out with McTominay this season. And there's a lot of other guys. Some of you give me some good ideas and I had a lot of guys on the shortlist. I just liked him. Premier League experience, right age. He's what I wanted, so I got him. Now I wasn't going to touch the defence, I said that, didn't I? But with selling some guys and getting some half decent money for a couple of them, I thought, why not look at strengthening defence? Now Lindelof and Maguire did great last year. We've got Axel Rose as a backup and we had Eric Bailey, so one of them had to go, so I decided to sell Bailey just because he gets injured quite a lot. Maguire and Lindelof are good on the game. Axel Rose, I like. He's a good young player, one of our own. So I had a lot of centre halves I could go for, and we got this guy pretty cheap. He didn't cost the earth. I like his tackling. He's brave. He's got anticipation. His positioning is decent. He's great at heading. Decent marker. Decent physicals. Only 24 years old. Very, very happy. I mean, I've never had it before, but on paper it looks like a fantastic centre half, and hopefully it's going to make my defence even better. Now you already knew this one, but I've signed Memphis Depay on a free. Gives me other options going forward, out wide, up top. He's a great player. Free. He was free, and he's worth 61 million. So, and he's only 27. So if it don't work out, we'll sell him. We'll make a profit, but I like it. I've got so many options going forward. I've got like two players that can go out wide, then can go up top, come back, go left, go right. I love that, mixing it up. Opponents won't know what's coming. Pick this chap up for free. Now I've heard of him. He's American, though, isn't he? He's played for New York. He's at Dortmund, and he was coming up on a free at 18. Is that real? Is that what's happening in real life at the end of this season? Is he coming up for a free? He is on the game, so I signed him as well. I signed him when I signed Depay. I just didn't tell you about him. I thought I'd leave this one as a cheeky little surprise, but he's a wonder kid, and he has actually declared for England in real life, and he's English on the game now. Probably the first time he's ever been here. Now I've signed him as a Fred replacement, as a central midfield creative replacement for Fred in the middle. Fred's gone. He wanted to leave, even though it says here like there. I don't know why that's on there. He's going to be playing in that kind of role. Wonder kid though, cost me nothing. Really happy. And he's English. Now I didn't want to make this signing, and he hasn't got a face yet, although I'm pretty sure he's a real player. I'm going to sort that out. This kid we picked up for 12 million. I think he's got maybe a bit more than 12 and a half, something like that. He's got a minimum fee foreign release clause. Now he's obviously playing in Brazil. He's 19. He's a wonder kid, and he had everyone after him. Chelsea, Liverpool, and I've been scouting a lot, so I really liked him. I thought, I've got Greenwood, I've got Haaland, I've got Cavani, I've got Martial, a lot of players, right? Cavani's really good though. He's still really good, and he's going to turn 35 this year. So I thought I couldn't say no to this kid now. Let's bring him in now and let him learn off of Cavani for 12 months in a mentoring group, and then Cavani goes at the end of the year when his contracts run out, and this kid gets more game time. Plus, I've got a really good under-23 team. My youth teams last year were amazing. They won trophies, youth FA Cups and so on. And I've got rid of quite a lot of deadwood. And I've promoted a lot from the under-18s. And I've got a very solid under-23 team. But they didn't have a striker. Now they've got one. Now, I won't go through them in detail, but this is the kind of money I generated for the outs. As you can see, Fred went to Inter. Italy like my players, man. He went for 29 million. I liked him. I only sold him because he wanted to leave. He wasn't playing enough. Eric Bailey, he's gone to Napoli for 22 million. Decent amount. Daniel James, Bournemouth offered 23 million. Dortmund offered 19. I just accepted them both. I didn't want to piss him off. Although I was hoping he went to Bournemouth for more money. But he's gone to Borussia Dortmund, which I find. Really? You're replacing Sancho with James? Okay. Andreas Pereira, don't really rate him. 15 million, happy with that. Matic, got 13.5 million for him, which was buzzing with. Phil Jones has gone to Stuttgart for 11. I feel like I've robbed them. Dalot, he's gone to Wolves for 10. Chong, he went to Bournemouth, and that's pretty much it. So I generated quite a lot of money here, which helped me pump it into getting other players. Plus, with the likes of Matt leaving on a free, we had more in the wages to wiggle about. So yeah, well happy with the team now. Before we look at the team, well, let's look at the finances, and we've got a ton of money in the bank still. We've got a bit of room to wiggle, but I don't need anything. I've got a very good under-23 team, which is what we're going to look at now before we look at the main team. And this is it. It's pretty balanced. I've got rid of a few. We might have loaned the odd 2 out as well. But we've got some cracking players here. I mean, I've got 3 lads here with some major potential. Obviously, we've got James. He came from the youth intake last year. I mean, I'm going to try and give this kid a game or 2 this year. Why not? Hopefully I can. Because maybe next year when he's 17, he might be ready, you know. You never know. We've got Willie here, who I don't know too much about. I'm guessing he's real. Loads of promise. I like that. Hannibal, love that name. Central midfielder. He's French as well. He could be fantastic. He's not a wonder kid, but with technique and passing like that and first touch, that's a framework to be great. Now, I won't go for everyone. You've seen the new guys and you know the old guys. I just want to show you the depth when it comes to star rating. So obviously I've got 2 great goalkeepers. Don't need to touch them. My back four was amazing last year. The likes of Luke Shaw, this is my plan going forward. Williams is my backup right back. But maybe Luke Shaw, get rid of him end of this season. Williams becomes my backup left back. We promote little Guthrie, who will be 17 as the backup right back next year, maybe. I'm happy with my centre halves. Defensively, we were amazing. You've seen that in the last episode. We were great last year. We had the best defence in the league. And going forward, I feel like we're better now. McTominay and Diddy as my defensive midfielders. In the middle, I've got Fernandes, Pogba, Van der Beek, and of course the new kid, the American who's now English. He's like my 4th choice central midfielder. And then going forward, look at that. We've just got options. Too many. I mean, Rashford, Haaland, Greenwood, Cavani, Martial, got the new kid. These guys, Depay, they can all switch and move about. You never know what's coming, man, and I love that. I just want to address something really quick. I thought the game had changed because obviously there's bits missing here for me. There's bits missing on the Premier League page as well. Apparently that's a screen resolution thing. And I'll be honest with you, I do everything on a laptop. You see a lot of these guys and they've got 2 monitors, glow in the dark, PCs, all the gear, no idea. But that stuff's powerful and you can do what you want with that. Sometimes I've had issues because I just use a laptop, me. Keep my budget minimum, man. You don't need loads of crap. But this game, for me, on here is the best running game I've ever had. So I don't want to change anything. I don't want to. I like how smooth it is. I like everything about it. So my game's going to stay looking like this. Quick look at the odds this year. And we're favourite to be 3rd. I want to win the league this year. We'll see what happens. I think we're better. I've got no one in the dream team though, which I find a bit offensive. Although, I don't know if you remember, I did mention to you the 2 best players in the league last year. The highest average rating players at the end of the league last year were Salah and Kevin De Bruyne. Not going to be this year though. Kev has gone to Real Madrid for 150 million. He actually was requested. He'd requested to leave. I don't know if that's because he wanted to play Champions League football. He's 30 years old. But Kev's gone. And so has Salah. He's gone for 118 million to Paris Saint-Germain. So that is good for us as a club because I think we've got stronger And I think both City and Liverpool, losing them kind of players, have got weaker. I don't know, they are hard to replace. Now this bit is the pre-season bit. Normally your awards are all broken up, things come standard in the news feed. Now if you've played this game and you're not one of the slow guys, you've probably gone through season or two already and seen this for yourself, but if you haven't got the game yet, it's quite cool. As soon as the season ends, you go into this new section. I really enjoyed it, and everything's together. Quite nice. It's a bit of an improvement. Let's see what it is. First screen, you look at your new arrivals and how they did that year, and obviously we've got some kids there. Not bothered about them. We only made one major signing, and that was Sancho, and he was good. I mean, 36 games, scored 12 goals, set up a few goals, liked his average rating. He's a good player. I mean, I watched a lot of the football this year, and he was good. I really think he was worth every penny. Next, you go to the season results page, so you see the league table, some of your other bits and bats, home attendance. Edison Cavani, does that mean he's my league leading goal scorer? See what I mean? I just feel like I think he's got another season left in him, especially as a third choice striker. I just couldn't see out that young kid. If we didn't get him this summer, he was going to go to Chelsea, Liverpool, City. So I need to snap him up now because I think he could be a top player, that new lad. Next up, it's moments to remember. Our biggest win, 6-0 drubbing of Burnley. Match to remember when we beat Liverpool. We all watched that together. That was fantastic. Hopefully we have a result like that today. Goal of the season was against Celtic in the Champions League from Marcus himself. Now you get the finances on here. You do get the commercial summary later. I'm going to look at that as it used to look. But you get the finances page here. So you get no new sponsorship deals, but you will get them. Don't worry, you get them in your commercial summary. So I don't know what the difference is really, because a lot of the information you get here is similar. Unless this is just last season. But then when you get your commercial summary, some of it's from last season. I don't know. Let me know what you think. But yeah, Sancho, number 11, the new Ryan Giggs, sold the most shirts. This is how we lined up, and like I play that main formation. I've got two. I've got the one where I don't have a defensive midfielder, and we have some in the hole, but I didn't really have to use that. I might try and use it a bit more, maybe this year. Try it out a bit. Get the lads. I mean, the lads training it, but we'll see if it can really make us an absolute force. But it was interesting that Pogba's not in that team, and it's Donny. Pogba didn't have the best year. I'll be honest with you, I mean, that is a cracking team of mine and all. Onto the accolades page, and we've got, a good bit of information here. I won the manager of the month twice. I thought I won it 3 times, but I won it twice, so I didn't win manager of the year. I think Klopp won it, but he won the Premier League and he won the FA Cup. They're all our lads there winning awards, record breaking over there. A couple of lads have picked up random awards as well around Europe. One thing that annoys me a bit though is, because I've got like all the main leagues running, Italy, Spain and so on, in my newsfeed gets filled with that. I don't think it used to. Back to the normal news. That's pretty much it for the news segment, but it's pretty good. Quite like that little touch this year. And we'll have a look at the Premier League team of the year. Apart from Mr. Lacazette for Arsenal, it's just, well, mainly Liverpool. With a sprinkling of us, Cavani made it. But he did bag 20 goals, and that Tellez. What a left back. And this is the normal commercial summary. This obviously comes later than that new bit. And this shows you your new sponsorship deals, but then it still shows you your shirt sales. So, yeah, I don't get the point of that, but it is what it is. Very happy. The club is... We're massive. We just need to get that trophy. We need to get them trophies back in that cabinet. And my main focus this year has got to be the Premier League. But we won't be making as much money as we normally would, especially up till Christmas, because we're going to be going down to about 65,000 seater. While they improve Old Trafford. And then after Christmas, we'll have an 85,000 seater, which hopefully will make up for the losses, but we should fill that. We'd fill a 200,000 seater stadium, won't we? So the expectations for the season: qualify for the Champions League, go for the title, Champions Cup, reach the quarter-final. I'd like that. I mean, getting knocked out in the first pissed me off a bit last year. Get to the final of the Cup, not bothered about the Carabao Cup, neither am I. They're not bothered about the Community Shield, but I am. Mr. Klopp is still in charge. Still got the same old boys as his captain. Klopp's Boys Club. Have they made any good additions though? Especially after losing Salah. Well, they've spent 102 million. They bought a left back, Nuno Mendes. They haven't got his face on here, so I don't know. He's a bit of a breakout star last year. It looks decent. Could become really good. An attacking fullback. He's a centre half, isn't he? Yeah. He had a lot of interest. I saw quite a few clubs go for him. Belgium. Is it Standard, I think? So, yeah, they've got him. They've signed Malcolm, who you could probably look at and think he's the Salah replacement. Because he plays out, he can play on both wings. I think he can cover up top, but they've also brought Gabriel Barbosa, which I felt a bit, what? It was a bit random. Do you remember, he's decent, but do you remember when he was like, he used to be like a wonder kid in this game years ago. He was one of them players you always try to pick up when he was like 18. I don't think his career's panned out as well as anyone thought, but he's a decent player. A quick check-in on pre-season, and I was happy with it because it really went to plan. Don't get me wrong, we didn't play anyone hard. I played 2 of my affiliates away, won both of them, and then we went to America, went to see Dave in Miami, and then went on a bit of a tour of the States. Won every game. I used a lot of players. I used a lot of times at half time I was doing complete team changes. Now I won't go into my stuff too much, but a lot of the contracts were coming up, so I used that as a time with my older pad over here. I used it as an opportunity to really assess them. Now, I didn't know until I did this, because all I did last year was sign a couple of coaches and it was okay. And one of the big things I like to do is improve my staff, and no matter where you go in the world, if your reputation's high, you can get the best staff, and you can just get whoever you want from wherever you want. That has changed this year, and you can't do everything you want to do anymore, especially as a big club. I can't just go out there and get the best guys, because staff now have to have freaking coaching badges. Even when they're a freaking scout, they've got to have a certain level to be able to qualify for a work permit. Welcome to the team sheets. I've had to make a few choices here. There's guys who aren't 100% ready yet. Martial and Greenwood. But this is the thing, it's competition for places. That's what I need. I need quality every time we put a team out. So we've gone for Haaland up top with Rashford and Sancho as inside forwards. I would have played Donny Van der Beek, but he's not fit enough. He's not even made the bench. Now you've seen this. I've seen it happen in Champions League, and it happens in cup finals as well. But this little graphic here, like this, it's for special occasions, just in case you're wondering. So Liverpool kick off here at Wembley. Pitch looks amazing. The atmosphere's pumping. It's great that everyone's back at football. COVID is a thing of the past. Who cares about that anymore? Hopefully we can get a good start. Here's their new boy, Malcolm. Can't get past Tellers. Ain't happening, boys. But yeah, I'm still enjoying this game. I think the more I play it, the more I really enjoy it. It's going to be interesting to see. I've not really found any faults with it. I've seen a few people moan about a few things, but personally, it's fine. It's Rashford! Oh. So if they can improve it anymore when the full game comes out, that'll be interesting. I've also seen it's going on the Xbox as well, although I don't think it'll be as good as this version. But if it gets more people into the game, I might get more people watching on YouTube. Xboxers who don't normally watch. So if you're new and you're an Xbox guy and you finally found this series, thank you very much. Hit the sub button. But yeah, game's going end to end here, innit? But Haaland, he had a great pre-season, scored quite a few goals, and great young player. And I nearly said it in the last live con, but I got interrupted because someone scored. But he's not got English nationality, even though he was born in England. His dad was playing for, was it Leeds at the time? So he was born in Leeds, but he hasn't got nationality. So he knows England, he knows the country, he knows the football. And look at that for football. Honestly, we're going to be scary this year. Now, I'm not going to count my chickens and say we're going to win this game, but I still think this season we're going to be better. We were nearly men. Europe came up against the champions, got knocked out. The league, we did way better than anyone thought. And I think I've got so much depth. So much. It's going to be interesting to see what this team can do. And how they handle getting rotated. But as someone who plays in 3D and watches, I mean, a lot of the time when I'm on my own, in between making episodes, I watch in key highlights because I've got to get through it to make videos for you guys. But all the goals I'm seeing, the variety of goals I'm seeing other people's goals as well, and on Twitter and YouTube and stuff, it does seem like the best match engine ever. Could probably always be improved. Haaland ain't going to miss that if he's onside. He's such a good player. So second half's kicking off, and I've actually made a change now. You're probably thinking, stick Martial on, he was a beast last year, and he's a beast. But let's have a look at Depay. He had a good pre-season, did some really good stuff. He's a very good player. He's definitely improved since he's been in France. Hopefully he can do stuff for us back at United in his second time here. And here we go, Malcolm for Liverpool. Can they get themselves back into it? And they have. Virgil. I hate Van Dijk. Okay, I've just demanded a bit more. Half an hour to go. Kind of not really come out in the second half as the same team. We were awesome in that first half. But Liverpool have come out all guns freaking blazing. And here's Mane, very good player, but a very good sack. Oh, come on, lads. Here's Pogba charging forward, trying to find Haaland. He's picked it up somehow. Memphis threads it back to him. Well done, nearly. Good effort, though. The only thing I hate is this thing. I hate this thing. It's stupid. Let me know what you think of the clusterfuck. Seriously, that's what I call it. With 15 minutes to go, made a ton of changes, proper freshened everything up. Greenwood's up top, Martial's back on the pitch, Rain is in the middle, but Brandon Williams on it right back. So just gone full out, freshened it all up. Ignore that, don't care about you. Hopefully we can hang on. Let's tell us now 7 minutes left. Oh, it's ping pong in here, a bit of pinball. Here's Greenwood, Memphis, who's now moved out right. Martial's gone left. Can we get another? Oh, Memphis, come on. I'm not seeing a graphic yet. I've seen other people have the graphic. There's a new graphic. Is there a new graphic? What's happening? What's happening? So I saw something briefly. It's supposed to be this new like thing happens. There you go. Ooh, is this it? It's an improvement. I'll take this. Look at me, red and black trackie. I'll take that. That's better, isn't it? It was always a bit poo, wasn't it? It's an improvement. I'll have that. Quite like it. The first time I've seen it. So yeah, buzzing. And I'm buzzing because we've beat Liverpool 2-1. Well, there we go. That's the end of episode 4. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you're a Liverpool fan, you're probably not even watching, but I hope you enjoyed it too. Make sure you all smash the like button. Help support me. You can always support me by becoming a patron. You'll find a link to that and everything else down below where I get my graphics from and all that good stuff. Buzzing with that. First trophy, even though it's not a major trophy, it's just nice, isn't it? Trip to Wembley, we've won. We've beaten a very good team. We're looking like we could be a good team. I'll probably come back Christmas like I normally do. I think the City derby is at the end of January. We've got Arsenal before that. We'll have a look who's the better team. We've got Spurs as well. So we'll see if we're battling it out with any of them. Hopefully it'll be an interesting game. And hopefully you'll come back for it. And hopefully we'll do well in the Champions League and all that good stuff. I'm excited. I'm excited that I can now play this all afternoon. That's the best thing. So hopefully you're happy and you're safe and you're doing really, really well. Get involved in the comments. I'm booed. I'll see you next time.